What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. Good news in the sport of boxing, at least it's good news to me. It looks like Saul Canelo Alvarez has just announced his opponent, and he's going to make his return 2014, March 8th, in Las Vegas, MGM. It is going to be a Showtime pay-per-view event, March 8th, and he's going to be facing none other than Alfredo El Perro Angulo. Now, for me, this is a good fight. Both fighters coming off of a loss. Canelo obviously lost to Mayweather on the one card, and Alfredo Angulo lost a very tough fight with Edeslandi Lara, and he had this huge knot growing from his head, kind of like Hasim Rahman. And as far as me, I thought the Edeslandi Lara fight would look a lot different. I thought Lara, being a superior boxer, I didn't think Angulo would be able to cut off the ring on him the way he was. He knocked him down twice, had him hurt badly, and definitely buzzed. So I gained respect even more so for Angulo. Angulo, not a fast fighter, very slow, very sluggish. He definitely comes with heart, and he definitely comes to play. Some people say he quit. At the end of the day, I don't consider that quitting like maybe a Victor Ortiz. Ortiz, in the middle of the Maidana fight, says, I don't deserve to be taking this type of punishment. And he didn't go on fighting. Angulo, some people were calling him a quitter, but did you see that fucking fetus growing from his fucking forehead? I mean, to me, that's not really quitting. And I'd rather a fighter in that given situation not continue fighting than to fuck up their whole career like Antonio Margarito. Margarito didn't quit against Pacquiao, and he had one other fight, and now he's in retirement. So Pacquiao fucked his eye up and was constantly punishing his eye, his corner. Robert Garcia, nobody stopped it. Margarito, so at the end of the day, I guess we could say, oh yeah, Antonio Margarito, he didn't quit though. Yeah, but now he doesn't have a career. He has no, I don't know if he wanted to quit fighting. I don't know. This is just speculation. I don't know. I don't talk to Margarito. So in the Angulo situation, I don't really consider that quitting. I think he was just in an immense amount of pain. In that given moment, he turned his back, and the ref waved it off because they seen that shit growing from his face. That looked like an alien or some life form or some shit. So as far as Canelo, I think this is a good fight. And again, both fighters coming off a loss. The options were Canelo and Carlos Molina. I think that's a trickier fight just because Molina is very hard to look good against. And Molina definitely, even though he's a belt holder, the way he got the belt from Ishe Smith, that was a boring fight. The fight was a dud. It was actually on the same card as Canelo Mayweather. It was on the undercards. And it just wasn't the greatest fight. I don't think that would sell, especially if you're trying to make it pay-per-view. I just don't see it. Now, at least I could say Canelo faced a guy that was an official 154-pounder, another one. Because Shane Mosley, I don't think his best weight is 154 pounds at all. I mean, name the fight where he looks spectacular, ongoing. Like, you can't name a succession of fights where he dominated at 154. Mayweather had fought there 2 other times at 154. Couldn't even make a catch weight against Canelo. So it's going to be good to see Canelo deal with someone who's perhaps stronger than him, that can hit harder than him and make those adjustments. I don't consider Canelo as a full-on brawler. I think he's more of a boxer puncher, and I think he's proven that in his last couple fights. Some people give Canelo shit about his performance against Mayweather, but at the end of the day, you try being 23 years old, going up against the Don of Mayweather, and just not having the knowledge or the experience to counteract what he's doing to you. Mayweather, again, as I said in another video, he works in milliseconds. So he processes things quicker. He's been to that moment a lot more times than Canelo. So it is what it is. I don't think the Angulo loss or the Canelo loss is one that you should just be banished from boxing for. He didn't lose to a scrub. He lost to the guy who's rated #1 pound for pound on most respected lists. And he went the distance. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't get knocked down. He got embarrassed. He got outboxed, outclassed, yes, but it's the #1 pay-per-view dude, or not pay, well, that too, #1 pound for pound dude, and the cash cow king, Floyd Mayweather. So at age 23 or whatever age he was when he fought Mayweather, I don't think that's something to just be ashamed about. Same thing with Angulo. I mean, you went in against a guy who, since then, has made easy work of Austin Trout, and he looked good in that fight. He dominated Austin Trout, who only had one loss. He was coming off one loss, and is normally a tricky southpaw. So, and he gave Canelo fits. Austin Trout did. So, Edeslandi Lara shows he's a world class fighter. He's a slick Cuban fighter who knows about offense as well as defense. So both of the losses aren't bad losses, and I think if they are going to try to sell this as a pay per view, it's more exciting than a fight with Canelo and Carlos Molina. I would love to have seen Canelo versus James Kirkland as well, but this is at least a full-fledged 154-pounder that we know has power. So as a comeback fight, I like it. I don't really think it's pay-per-view worthy per se, but there's been worse things. There's been worse things that they try to push for pay-per-view. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Canelo, March 8th, MGM, Las Vegas. Get your tickets. And he's going to be facing Alfredo Angulo. Another thing, Angulo's with Virgil Hunter. So Virgil Hunter is a very wise coach. He has a lot of knowledge of the game. He also has the number 2 pound-for-pound guy, Andre Ward, in his stable. So it could be interesting. I'm anxious to see what kind of game plan Virgil Hunter has for his fighter. Because one thing I will say, I was a little bit not too fond of Canelo's camp in the Mayweather fight. From what I heard, I didn't really hear the proper advice or things that were going to get Canelo in a better situation or get him back into the fight. I didn't really hear him when they were showing in between rounds. They were showing his corner. I didn't really hear the necessary instruction that would remotely be needed to defeat a Mayweather in that given night. So I wasn't really thrilled with Canelo's corner, to be honest. So it'll be interesting to see the battle of the corners, Virgil Hunter versus Canelo's corner. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this fight. Is it pay-per-view worthy? Do you want to see it? Who else did you want to see Canelo fight instead? Obviously, Canelo versus Cotto is big business, but he's trying to bite off a little bit more by fighting Sergio Martinez at a higher weight. In the Canelo fight, depending on how everything pans out with all of those fights, could still be made in the future. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.